This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree, well, sometimes.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC. It just starts in black and white.
Take it away, Doc and Amy.
You feel blame?
No.
Feel really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Woods Kebab's right friends?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
I think I could just listen to that all day. I really...
I like it, but not all day.
I'm just that kind of guy.
You are.
Happy Sunday, everybody. This is the Doc and Amy Show. We're here again to abuse the airwaves. We are here with Amy and John. Hello, Amy and John.
Hello,
Everybody
Amy and
coming
John.
at once. I like that. Makes it sound like there's more people here.
Oh, now I can hear.
Oh, okay, good. You can join us in this frivolity of the Doc and Amy Show at 856-227-1360, at 227-1360. You can give us a call here at WNJC 1360 and join whatever it is we're doing. You can also join us on the World Wide Web at www.thedocandamyshow.com. You can catch us on Twitter. You can twit us at Doc and Amy Show. You can email us, docandamy@gmail.com. You can stop by and wave in the window. Just do whatever you want to, but certainly get in touch. We've got some kind of halfway crazy things happening here today. Now, today, of course, being the first day of June, that's something to celebrate. However, there are other things to celebrate in June.
There are?
And we go through this list from time to time. And this month, there are some bizarre things going on as far as celebrations. Today is John Day. No, it's not. I'm just kidding.
John Day.
It is for us.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It's whatever. It's where this show is just going to finally go right in the crapper. That's what it means.
Okay, there we go.
This month, we're celebrating a variety of things. Aquarium Month, Candy Month, Dairy Month, Fight the Filthy Fly Month. What? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's Gay Pride Month also. Maybe those two have something in common. I don't know. National Accordion Awareness Month.
I think most people are aware of accordions.
Most people are aware of breast cancer, too, but they'll still sell you those ugly ribbons.
No, stop. My God.
Where am I? National Adopt a Cat Month, National Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Month, Rose Month, and my favorite, Turkey Lovers Month.
Isn't that kind of a weird? Maybe they have it in June because people don't love turkey as much in the summer.
Right. They're at the halfway point of the year. They're trying to bolster some more, because they still have turkey left over, I'm sure.
Yummy.
Yeah. So have yourself some turkey this month. Weekly events. This week that we're in is Fishing Week. And next week will be Email Week. So you'll want to email somebody and let them know it's Email Week, I guess. I don't know. But today, in particular, is Dare Day. Not that crazy dare, useless thing they do in the schools, but
useless.
Dare. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. They come into schools. They say, "Don't smoke. Here's your condoms. Get back on the bus." After they check them for ticks. I don't know. Dare Day is always June 1st. It's a day to challenge someone and to do a dare yourself. It's for basically daredevils if they really get into it. It's definitely a call to action. So you can't procrastinate.
A cult action?
A call to action.
Oh.
Yeah,
or
a cult action. I don't know. Whatever you want. I dare you. And you can call us. I dare you. 227-1360. It's Dare Day. Also, it is Flip a Coin Day. So if you're trying to decide whether or not to call us, flip a coin. That originated actually back with Caesar. When he was trying to make decisions, he decided that was the thing to do, is flip a coin.
Really?
Yeah, and it came up heads. That was success because it was his head on the coin. But that goes all the way back to him. He's the fellow that started that. So, being the decisive kind of leader that he was, he flipped a coin for all of the important state decisions.
And now we have a dressing named after him.
Flip a coin dressing?
No, Caesar.
Oh, yes. There are some other, I don't know what I'm saying over here. There are some other holidays we're going to be celebrating this month. I thought I'd let you know, since it's the first, the things to look forward to. Aside from today being Dare Day and Flip a Coin Day, tomorrow is National Bubba Day. So I'm sure they're celebrating that in Indiana with parades and things.
What, Bubba?
Bubba. Yes.
Meaning like the name Bubba?
Yeah. What other Bubba is there?
Oh,
okay.
That's weird.
Moving on. And it's also National Rocky Road Day tomorrow. But as we go through the month, there are some crazy things. Repeat Day. Hug Your Cat Day.
Say that again?
Oh, shut up. Hug Your Cat Day.
There you go.
Old Maid's Day.
Oh, that's just for you.
You just missed it, yes.
You know what?
National Donut Day.
So it's Hug Your Cat Day and Old Maid's Day. Is that the same day?
Yes.
That's too funny.
So a lot of these, there's going to be a lot of hugging going on in some households. Donald Duck Day is this month. Name Your Poison Day.
Oh.
Instead of that, ill-fated lethal injection, you can, make sure it happens first time. There are Iced Tea Day is this month. Blame Someone Else Day is always the first
That's
Friday
your day
the 13th.
every day.
That's the first Friday the 13th of the year, so it happens to fall this month.
Really?
Yes. Sewing Machine Day.
Oh my God.
Juggler's Day. Of course, Father's Day is in there.
Yeah, whatever.
Flag Day, of course, very important.
And then we have another special day this week. Nico's birthday.
Yes.
On Wednesday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nico.
It's going to be 8.
And at some point this month, he will go on to celebrate Ice Cream Soda Day, Take Your Dog to Work Day. The summer solstice is on the 21st, so that's...
Can I interrupt you for a minute?
In just a second, yeah. Swim a Lap Day, Beautician's Day, Sunglasses Day.
Okay, that's enough.
Meteor Day, and Paul Bunyan Day, if you're feeling blue and enormous. So those are some of the things to look forward to this month. If you are predisposed to celebrating any of those things, that's this month.
Okay.
So,
when I was a teenager in high school...
Do we have to go back that far, really?
Shut up.
Okay.
I used to work at Richmond's Dairy Barn, and I'm sure many people
Whatever that
will
is.
remember that.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't around anymore, so you wouldn't know. But one of the big things, the big sellers we made were ice cream sodas, and we take the seltzer, and we had all different kinds of flavored syrups, and we'd make our own soda and then put the ice cream in it. It was like a really big seller. I never liked it. But whatever happened to ice cream sodas? You don't really see them much anymore. Maybe like a root beer float, but not an ice cream soda. Are they not fashionable anymore?
I don't know. That probably went the way of the phosphate and the soda jerk, which is the only job I've been offered in a long time.
I'm just curious. I haven't seen them in a while.
They
Nobody really
I'm sure they haven't
has
been
them
around for a while.
anymore.
I don't know.
Just curious.
But thank you for that. Anyway,
Whatever.
I did want to mention that today, Sergeant Bergdahl was released. Actually, Congress was told about it today. I believe he hit the German Air Force Base for medical examination at about 9 o'clock this morning.
That's awesome.
Welcome back, Sergeant Bergdahl. He has, of course, been in Afghan custody for some 5 years, and we always like to hear that those that can come home do. So welcome back, Sergeant. We honor you, and I'm sure there will be many festivities when he arrives here on terra firma in the United States.
On terra firma.
Whatever.
The land of terra firma.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay, so I did want to mention that right at the outset. That's a good thing that happened today. So
Well, actually, Gwyneth Paltrow had a comment about that. She read the story, and she, of course, commented about it on Twitter. And she compared his 5-year captivity in Afghanistan. Obviously, I've seen pictures of him. He's very skinny, and obviously he didn't lead a good life after, over the last 5 years as a POW. She compared that. She said she understood how he felt because she's in a contractual relationship with her Filipino pedicurist, and she's really having a tough time, and she feels like she's a prisoner of war in that contract, and she just can't wait to get out.
she actually said that. She used those words.
She actually said that, yeah, and she feels for him. So I think it's important for him to know that there's somebody out there that can really relate to what he's going through.
John, just so that you know, from this point forward, it's going to be well-established fact that Gwyneth Paltrow is an idiot. Just so you know, just bear that. This is Gwyneth Paltrow is an idiot month.
It is.
It may extend for years to come.
Yeah. Okay. So she didn't say that, but she did last week, which our listeners have probably heard about. Compare being attacked on Twitter to being at war in a war situation and being shot at. She said it was similar. She could understand how they felt because that's how she felt.
John, Gwyneth Paltrow is an idiot.
She really is. She is so, and this was just like a month or two ago where she got attacked for comments about, how it was easier for working moms who worked a 9-to-5 job to handle things than it was for her as a working mom on the movie.
Because she has to write a check to a nanny. Yeah, whatever.
And 16 assistants and a driver and a house cleaner and someone to do her laundry. She doesn't have to do anything. She pays everybody to do everything for her. And that compares to a stay-at-home mom or working mother how. So this comment about, about being at war comes on the heels of that. So,
John, what am I about to say here?
She's an idiot.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So it's unanimous.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
It's a little forced unanimity, but there you go. Gwyneth Paltrow, if you're listening, you're an idiot. Okay.
I'm sure she's sitting at home just with her ears burning.
If only the rest of her body would follow. Here is a story sort of out of Philadelphia. On a cross-country plane flight, May 28th, just a couple of days ago, there was a U.S. Airways flight from Los Angeles to Philadelphia.
Okay.
And which, of course, is by itself a quite enjoyable trip. Yeah.
Yeah,
if you can just nap it all away. But apparently they had to make an unscheduled stop in Kansas City because there was a service dog on the flight who, somewhere, I suppose, before Kansas City, decided to relieve himself on the carpet. And the aroma of that made several passengers sick, and they couldn't continue the flight because the service dog pooped twice in the aisle.
Yummy.
Now, they have comment cards at your destination airport. Apparently, he was in a hurry.
This flight was crap.
Maybe he was dumping fuel. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
That would be, it was screaming kids and so forth.
Yeah.
Bad enough. But dog treasures right there in this.
Treasures.
This is an enclosed tube, pressurized with recycled air anyway.
Did somebody not see the dog crouching down to do his business?
What are you going to do about it?
You whack him and then he stops. You push him.
Do you think that in the first aid kit there's like a butt plug or something? Really? It's the service dog emergency kit.
I can't believe they landed the plane though. That's a little ridiculous. Just
depending on the type of dog. I can see where they, if it's like a service St. Bernard or something.
I
couldn't get the cart down the aisle. It's but no, that is disgusting. So now,
yummy.
The Jim Cooch, president at the Seeing Eye Dog School in Morristown, New Jersey, told the Philadelphia Inquirer that such incidents are rare, but the dogs occasionally do get sick on planes too. They took the...
they think that's what happened?
I don't know. But they took the dog and the dog's companion and put them on another flight and apparently gave them fragrant flyer miles. But I hope if I see somebody waiting at the gate, if we go anywhere and we're making a trip and there's somebody waiting to board our plane with a service animal, we're going to switch flights. Because I know, being Murphy's lawyer, that will happen again, and it will happen to us. So,
I think I could make it through the flight.
Well,
it's really not that big.
Not me. I'm not going. No, I'm not going to fly in a big
dog turd landing
steel colostomy bag. No, thank you very much.
Steel colostomy bag.
So,
I just can imagine people are just sitting at home getting these beautiful visions of colostomy bags floating in the air like clouds on a warm summer day. It's disgusting.
I think she's drunk again, John.
The scary part is that I'm not.
No, but you're actually seeing it in your
I
head.
wish
That's
I
the
could
scary
use
part.
that as an excuse.
You have no excuse, darling. Speaking of poop,
We're talking about the dinner you made last
I'm
night.
trying to. I didn't make dinner last night.
You're supposed to play along.
I'm at my own expense. I think not. There's a new story out, John, from Michigan State University. They have developed a system that turns cow manure into clean drinking water. How about that?
Tastes just like mama's.
Yes, nice big cold iced glass of.
What's that, girl?
Of
You took a
Hereford.
crap in the well? And what's that, girl? It turned into water?
The McClanahan nutrient separation system uses an anaerobic digester, which is a machine that takes waste and creates energy. So they're getting energy from it too. They couple that in ultrafiltration. They do air stripping, reverse osmosis. The final product, clean water. Okay. Now they do this to a degree in our municipal treatment
that's true.
plants.
Yeah.
But here's the story. If you have 1,000 cows in your operation, they produce about 10 million gallons of manure a year.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Well, the bad part is somebody had to measure this. But going on. Michigan State University has and this fellow is a professor of biosystems and agricultural engineering. He developed a project. He says that about 90% of the manure is actually water. That's why you have to wait for it to dry and desiccate before you can throw it like a frisbee.
Right.
Okay. Which there are contests for, and we'll get into that at another time. But the other 10% is large amounts of nutrients, carbon, and pathogens that have an environmental impact when they mean effect, not impact, if not properly managed. So they eat the grass. They run it through all four of their stomachs, chewing it, burping it, blah, 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 and it comes out the other end, and now it's toxic waste, is what he's saying.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. But they say for 100 gallons of manure, they can produce 50 gallons of water. They're trying to get it up to 65%.
But how much energy does it take for them to convert it?
Well, for the cow, there's a lot of chewing and cutting and straining.
Chewing and cutting?
And you don't want a cow on a plane, I can tell you. It would screw up the carpet, in the entire cabin. Anyway, long story short, they're going to produce potable
Would
water.
you drink that?
I won't even drink the tap water
No,
around
you
here.
won't.
I probably would prefer this product to the tap water
Oh,
because
I
I know
think
this has
it's
been treated.
fine.
That hot and cold running cream corn that comes out of the pipe in the kitchen, I ain't touching it. I will keep the filter in play. Anyway, so those are my two poop stories for today.
That is delightful. Well, we should make it a new segment.
I'm glad I can help. We always do, unwittingly. It's not like
Turds
it's
are
unusual
us.
that people are hearing poop coming out of the radio when we're on the air. But yeah. So,
Oh my gosh.
now, we always do something, and I don't want to get too far behind before we do this. As Amy yawns, I'll give her a couple of seconds. I'll try to stretch while you're going to sleep.
I was perfectly fine till I came in here. These lights.
And I started talking, and now she's napping, John.
These lights are so, I don't know what it is,
It's
or
a
a different
hypnotic effect, yes.
wavelength or something, but no, I'm dead serious. Or like, I don't know what it is, but they just, I can't
It's fluorescent
focus
light.
my eyes.
If you filmed them, you'd see them going on and
If I
off
put
60 times a second.
If I put sunglasses on, I'll probably make it better.
Oh, good. Now I can sit here and talk to Roy Orbison for an hour. Gorgeous. Yes, she's into it near my phone booth. Okay. At any rate, where I was going with this, and you can join us. You don't have to have a poop story. You can join us.
Oh, my gosh.
827-1360.
Let's go.
Yeah, whatever. You can join the Doc and Amy Show and just fill us in on what's on your mind. However, at this point in the show, what I always like to do is a segment we call Two People, One Quote. And how that works, if this is your first time, if you're a Doc and Amy virgin, this is how this works. Amy will supply a quote to John, and then she will also supply two prospective authors of that quote. And John has to determine which one of those two people actually authored the quote. It's a lot of fun. I believe John has the last two.
He won last week.
I won
Amy,
last week,
so
and he won the
John
two
had a
before
couple
that.
in a row. Amy is trying to defend last week's win. So we are going to see how that turns out. Now, it's been a very slow week for late night comedy, and we called these from the late night show hosts. So that kind of gives John a leg up. He can stay up and watch television and maybe,
I'm sure.
cheat a little. But Amy will supply him the quotes and the authors, and we'll see how this turns out this week. Go ahead.
Okay. According to a new survey, fewer than 2% of hiring managers said they were actively recruiting graduates with liberal arts degrees. Said liberal arts graduates, latte for Karen. Was that Seth Meyers or Jimmy Fallon?
I'm going to say Seth Meyers.
You're right.
Oh, one for John. Okay, he's
It
jumping.
sounds like a Seth Meyers.
He's jumping forward here. He's I see good things on the horizon here. So
Okay.
go ahead.
A new study found that legalizing marijuana in Colorado has created more than 10,000 jobs. And that's just selling lava lamps at Spencer's Gifts. Was it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
I'm going to say Jimmy Fallon.
You're right.
Oh, John jumps
Oh.
ahead. He's surging forward with 2 wins.
Surging forward.
We always do 5. So
I was up 2-0 last week, too.
Yeah.
Well, you know
then
what?
He
Just-
lost
just don't rattle yourself. You know that was on one of those. That last question, I would have said, guess Jimmy, and you would have been right.
I mean, that plane got to St. Louis and everything was okay. So,
Kansas City.
whatever. You know what I meant.
Okay. So John is. Up
Don't
to-
crap on the rug.
Are you speaking to me directly now, or is this? So John is up 2. We have 3 more to go. Let's see how this happens.
New York City is now bidding on the 2024 Olympics. And it was announced earlier today that New York City has been awarded to the 2016 Kim Kardashian wedding. Now, I understand that she just got married, but that's the next marriage. Just to be
That's
clear.
one of the next marriages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you go with the quote again, so that because you didn't.
New York City is now bidding on the 2024 Olympics. And it was announced earlier today that New York City has been awarded the 2016 Kim Kardashian wedding.
Okay.
Was that David Letterman or Craig Ferguson?
I'm going to say Craig
It
Ferguson.
was David Letterman.
Oh, so, well, it's still 2-1.
That's
for
okay,
John.
as long as I get one.
Amy's on the
I'm
board,
good.
so yes, everything all's right with the world.
Here we go.
Yes.
Donald Sterling's attorney sent a letter to the NBA rejecting his lifetime ban and refusing to pay the $2.5 million fine they hit him with. In case you were keeping track, Donald Sterling is 0 for 80 at making good decisions this year. Was that Jimmy Kimmel or David Letterman?
I'm going to say David Letterman.
It was Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh. You know, as unfortunate as the last question turned out to be for John, this is the point that I really
It's your
get
favorite
into the
part.
game. Yes, it's
Yeah.
2-2. This is the pivotal moment of this. We're on the precipice of tension. It could go to anybody here. John is defending 2 wins before Amy picked up 1, so I can't wait.
Okay, here we go. There have been 28 Godzilla movies. They include Son of Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Mothra, To God, To Godzilla, and Godzilla vs. Tyler Perry. Was it Craig Ferguson or David Letterman?
Craig Ferguson.
It was.
That did sound like Greg.
I thought you were going to say David Letterman.
Well
Like,
played,
oh, I
John.
got him.
Well played. So that's John.
That's it.
3 to Amy's 2. It was a tightly played match. Well done, John.
Thank you.
Ever the competitor. That we are kind of in a give and take situation. Amy still has a win last week. John's win this week. So we'll see next week how this plays out. It's very suspenseful. You can join the suspense, 856-227-1360, and we would be delighted to include you in the festivities here at the Doc and Amy Show. Now, I know you have been all over the internet from end to end. Did you find an enticing news story that we can squeeze in here?
Yeah, I found one or two.
Okay.
If you just give me a second, then...
I'm going to delete the ones I've done because I don't want to go back into.
Yeah, we don't want to hear them again.
That's all the poop stories I have. I should be able to do this in my head, but there's enough poop in there already. I guess.
That is very true.
Shut up.
Okay. Apparently, a woman, and people may have read this story, was stoned to death in Pakistan for refusing to marry the man her father wanted her to, and instead marrying the man she loved. The last time someone was stoned to death in Pakistan was a roadie on tour with Snoop Dogg.
Well, if I hadn't been stoned to the degree I was, the first marriage never would have happened.
Oh my gosh. So anyway,
That's a
so
long time ago.
they wanted her dad wanted her to marry someone. She married somebody else. She was in her lawyer's office and she came out. And this has always confused me, and I kind of felt like a moron saying this, but they say they stone them to death. So I picture like little tiny stones and people getting pegged with them, and I'm thinking, how could that possibly kill you?
It's more like harassment.
No,
it's
they were bricks.
Bigger.
They were
yeah,
bricks.
big rocks, yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, coincidentally, the last time I left a lawyer's office, he was stoned. That's why I didn't do so well in the divorce, but whatever.
It's just horrible.
It is.
I mean, this was his daughter. I mean, even if you disagree with her, how could you throw a brick at your kid? I just don't get it.
Well,
Oh, gosh.
Never mind. I could almost get it under some circumstances, but not
Circumstances?
circumstances.
Circumstances.
Anyway, I lost my complete train of thought.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's.
How could you stone that little cute little voice there?
It's not the cute voice. The cute voice I can tolerate all day long. It's the Jekyll and Hyde segment. Okay, so there are a few things that are kind of offbeat in the news, and this one really is. It just kind of jumps out at you, and it's really not hilarious in and of itself. In Seattle, police say that the sight of a man pushing a shopping cart full of meat down a South Seattle street in the middle of the night drew an officer's attention.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
I certainly can. It's right here. This is from the Associated Press, Seattle. No, I can't, I guess. Police say the sight of a man pushing a shopping cart full of meat down a South Seattle street in the middle of the night drew an officer's attention.
That seems reasonable.
I wish the explanation of it had drawn your attention the first time. It could have been done by now. Under questioning, the man said he was taking the cart full of steak and ribs to a friend's house. Now, this is the middle of the night, okay? The second officer checked with a nearby grocery store, and staff said there the man had just left without paying for his 13 packages of meat. It's $263 worth of meat, and he left without paying for it. How
What's he think? He's
observant does the staff
Donald
have to be?
Sterling?
Well, his meat certainly got him in trouble, didn't it? How do you not in the store? I mean, I'm sure they have some
When they try
kind
to
of
stop
loss
him?
prevention training, some kind of yeah. Wouldn't you think? Guys walking out with your meat,
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. But
And they never called the cops. These cops just randomly
they saw
stopped
him.
this
They
guy.
saw a guy, this cart
meat
man,
stealer, the meat thief.
Yeah, he's pushing a cart full of meat down the street in the middle of the night. Now,
A Warner Brothers production.
where is he? They're having a midnight cookout or something somewhere.
Starring Anderson Cooper.
I don't know, John. I think
I had to.
therapy.
I had to.
There's no shame in therapy.
It
Donald.
had to happen.
Here's the problem. They returned it to the store, and they had to discard it anyway because it had left the store. You can't take it back.
Right.
And they can't resell it.
Right.
Because you can,
It
God
could be
knows, do anything
old,
with it.
dirty,
There are lots of
rotten
things.
meat.
There are lots of things you can do with raw liver. I'll tell you about it later. They
So
had to
did the
throw it
guy
away
get
anyway.
arrested?
Yeah, they arrested. He was a 50-year-old man. They didn't name him, but yes, he was arrested for
Meat thieving?
I don't know.
Can you imagine?
It was a high-stakes game. I
I
don't
was
know.
young. I was stupid. I stole some meat. This is how my story began.
I was in a cell with the tater. You should have been there.
Can you imagine going to jail?
As a
Yeah,
meat
man,
thief.
what are you in here? Yeah, stole some meat. Can you imagine?
So, what's your...
Well, that's awfully sexy.
Now
Come
what's-
over here, big boy.
Yeah, he's going to be the sissy of the cell block. What's his gang name going to be? Sirloin? I imagine. I can see that happening.
Or T-bone.
Yes, both of those seem to work for me. Yes. Or cutlet. I don't know.
A meat cutlet?
They handle a lot of shanks in prison. I took my usual right-hand turn. I'm sorry. You can right-hand turn with us at 856-227-1360. We would love to discuss just about anything with you. What we're going to do now is take a brief pause for some commercial announcements, folks that are here to help bring the show to you. We will be back in just a minute. At Steel Shield Consulting, we're aware that these troubled economic times lead to, well, trouble. We stand ready to provide the security solutions and peace of mind that people desire at a minute fraction of the cost of national firms with multi-year contracts, companies that offer bare bones packages that leave vulnerabilities in place. Since the idea is total protection, shouldn't you be offered total solutions? At Steel Shield Consulting, we strive to construct an impenetrable barrier of protection custom designed to cover all the bases. The time is now. The need is urgent and money is tight. We address this with Steel Shield's triple play, promptly addressing critical home security needs while working within budgets. Save yourself thousands without sacrificing protections. Remote alarm notification, two-way emergency voice communication, and all the important features you want and need can be had for thousands less than the other guys. Call Steel Shield today and give yourself the peace and security you need at 856-571-3939. That's 856-571-3939. Steel Shield Consulting. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star.
Hey everybody, we want to let you in on a little secret of ours. CPS Computers. They have new computers and equipment for you at great prices. And they do free diagnostics. And they can fix your broken machine for you. And get this, they can also do screen repair. And now, hard drive recovery. Remember, diagnostics are free. And if you have a computer-related need, they can help you out. They have two locations, one in Woodbury Heights at 722 Mantua Pike between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. The phone number for that location is 856-251-1005. And they have another location in Cinnaminson in the Sherwin-Williams Plaza at 1204 Route 130 North. The phone number for that location in Cinnaminson is 856-829-3289. For a limited time, just mention the Doc and Amy Show for a 10% discount and look for information and coupons on our website, thedocandamyshow.com. Remember, CPS Computers for everything you need for your computer.
Okay, we're back. What we want to do also is let you know that we have a brand new member of our growing family, TLC's Polish Water Ice. They have two convenient locations nearby to serve you, one in Woodbury at 534 Route 45 next to the Domino's, and also one at 460 Herfville Cross Keys Road by the Subway. This creamy water ice treat that began on the boardwalk is now proud to say, from the boardwalk to your sidewalk. More about that in a minute, but let's have Amy tell you about her personal experience.
I was never a fan of water ice until I got a free sample of the boardwalk one day, and then I was hooked. I'm literally addicted to this stuff. When we visited the Washington Township store, Matt, the owner, he was so nice. We had a double take deal that we couldn't use up since it was just the two of us, and he insisted that I take some more water ice home.
Excellent. Well, I've spoken with Matt as well, and I'm impressed not only with their customer service, but they're making it more convenient than ever for you to get some Polish water ice, too. Now, from the boardwalk to your sidewalk, lets you know that if you have an event or fundraiser and you'd like to include some amazing Polish water ice, their We'll Come to You program makes that happen. Matt will make sure that your event includes that great Polish water ice treat. Just give him a call at 856-381-3332 or email him at eatpolishwaterice@gmail.com. And be on the lookout for Polish water ice available at retailers around the area.
You can find them on Facebook at TWP Polish Water Ice. Go try it for yourself. You'll get hooked too.
Excellent. Looking forward to hearing more from them. We do have the last half of our show here upon us, and we just, as always, will remind you can call in 856-227-1360. Thank you for your support, darling. I don't know.
I've been wanting to do that the whole show.
Have you?
I'm really sad that
I've been wanting to do the whole show. Anyway,
I'm really sad we had to stop talking about meat. For some reason, it's
you
just
don't even
funny.
Eat meat.
I don't, and it's just funny. I remember one time we were together and you came to visit before you lived here, and we just talked about. We made like fish jokes for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I knew that many different types of fish. Try it sometime, people.
Yes.
I dare you. Just start making fish jokes. You'll be doing it for hours.
Yes, don't just sit there carping about nothing at all. Make
Oh
some
my
fish jokes.
gosh! Stop floundering. Just go for it.
Holy mackerel. Anyway, here's a story from Oregon where, next to Florida, some strange things do happen from time to time. A man...
Wait.
I'm sorry?
Oregon is next to Florida? What?
Next to Florida in the list of places where weird things happen.
Oh, okay.
Does everything need to be scripted for you? A man holding his breath while driving through an Oregon tunnel causes a crash. This is in Manning, Oregon. Oregon State Police say that a 19-year-old man caused a 3-car crash when he fainted while holding his breath as he drove through a tunnel northwest of Portland. Holding his breath. Well, I guess this is some kind of test.
Service dog poop in the car or something?
That could be. He was transporting it from Kansas City, whatever. No, according to a news release, this idiot, Daniel J. Calhoun of Snohomish, Washington.
Snohomish.
Yes, so he must be somehow afflicted from that. He told investigators that he fainted Sunday afternoon while holding his breath in the Highway 26 tunnel near the community of Manning. He was driving a 1990 Toyota Camry, further evidence of his mental state. And he drifted across the center line, crashed head-on with a Ford Explorer. Both vehicles struck the tunnel walls before a pickup hit the Camry. So it's blam, blam, blam.
And why was he holding his breath?
No one knows. 4 people, including Calhoun and his passenger, 19-year-old Bradley Mayring. I almost said Bradley Manning. Who's not called that anymore. They suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Darn. Police say, sit in a herd. We need fewer of these idiots around. He could take, what's her name with him?
Yeah, really.
Police say that he'd been cited for reckless driving, 3 counts of reckless endangerment, and 4th-degree assault for holding his breath.
Question. He held his breath and passed out. Why didn't his friend just shake him or something? Didn't he not notice that the guy was like...
Because this was Bradley, Chelsea, whatever, in the passenger seat. I don't know.
Bradley, Chelsea.
And what it goes on to say is that... No, nothing's that bad. Some people hold their breaths in tunnels as part of a game or superstition. Breaths.
Hold their breath.
Well, it's people. So to agree with people, you say breaths.
I don't know about that, but go ahead.
This is put together by a journalist, somebody who's been to college for this sort of thing.
And what does that mean?
So some people hold their breaths in tunnels as part of a game or superstition. So, next time you're going through a tunnel, if you're driving a Toyota Camry and you're from Snohomish, Washington, do us all a favor. When the traffic kind of clears out, go ahead and hold your breath. And try to have Cameron Diaz, who was that we were talking about earlier?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah. But try to take her for a ride while you do
that
this.
would be good.
Yeah, so 2 idiots can
I don't want her
bite
to
the dust.
die.
Huh?
I don't want her to die. She needs to just shut up.
Well,
if somebody could just sew her mouth shut, that would... And they'd have to, chop off her fingers, too, because otherwise she'd be able to type.
She'd be twitting all the time, which is so appropriate.
And what is it when you... If you tweet, you're a tweep, right? Is that...
That's correct.
A tweep?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So if you want to, that's fine.
I guess my point here is if this is something that you do as a game or superstition, stop it.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's just dumb.
It's, going through the Bay Bridge Tunnel, you're not going to make it out the other side. So just don't do that. That's our public service right there. No holding your breath while driving.
Tell me.
Yes. So what do you have over there? Let's see if you can come up with something with the success of the meat story we had.
Well, we have been following the Donald success of the meat story. Following the success of the meat story, Donald Sterling filed a $1 billion lawsuit against the NBA. He filed it as an antitrust lawsuit in regards to the fact that his ex-wife sold the team after he signed over authority for her to manage it. Okay, so the same day he filed a $10 lawsuit against his ex-mistress to get back the money that he paid for the last 6 months of that she gave him.
Okay. $10, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's apparently the guy's pretty tight.
That whole situation is a disaster area. It's
I think antitrust applies to the girlfriend.
Yeah, and him too.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think the wife had any choice. He gave her authority to do it. I don't know how he could file a lawsuit against her.
Well, I don't know. I think it was just a liquidation sale. She was looking
It was
for
a
some
liquidation
cash. Yes.
sale.
It was
He bought it for $10 million. He bought them.
I thought it was like $7.5 million.
I read $10 million. And I don't know when he bought them. If it was like 1926.
It was another
he probably
liquidation
hasn't
sale
made
from
much
somebody
money.
else. Yeah, but I don't know. He probably bought them from Pete Rose or something.
But seriously, like how much money? Who bought them? Oh wait, was it the guy from Google? A guy from Google bought them?
I don't.
Come on, John.
From Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yes, the old CEO.
Ballmer, I think his name is.
Yeah, he bought them.
See, John is our resident authority on sports. He has his own show on Tuesday mornings?
Monday mornings.
Monday mornings, my fault. And it's called The John Show. And
John.
No, it's
just called John.
It's called,
Yeah, Monday mornings 10 to 11 a.m.
Yes,
10 to
and it's
11
called
a.m.
what? What did
Just
he?
the Johnny Forsythe
Johnny
Sports
Forsythe.
Show.
Johnny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
And they've got quite a theme song too. Are you still having the ex-president on?
Ex-president is still on the show.
Excellent.
Ex-president.
Yes, so it's an exciting show. I've listened to it, and again, I am in no way, shape, or
he's
form a
not.
sports fan, and I enjoy listening to your show. It's very lively, and
Thank you, I
and
appreciate
I do learn a lot, by listening. So.
Now, do you talk about these types of things, these gossipy drama things, or just mostly
we talk
sports
about
gossip,
Yeah, like,
yes.
like Donald Sterling. We talked about it because
Okay.
the hot topic.
Yeah, I was just curious. I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was just straight up sports or it was.
All the dirt on sports with Johnny Forsythe. Yes. Okay. Who is Kim Kardashian marrying this week?
It doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things, but I just the whole thing just it's like it's like karma
It reeks
in a
of
box.
stench.
It really is the whole.
That's I won't be expecting. I won't be anxious to get packages anymore.
Look, honey, I got a package. Oh, it's karma in a box. What will your karma in a box?
And it came out of a plane in Kansas City. Here's another. I heard something about this story previously, and it jumped back out at me again today. In Anchorage, Alaska, a young lady named Jessica Gamboa was attacked by a bear. Now, here are the details.
Ouch.
She grew up hearing that you should play dead during a bear attack, and that's what she did. She put that knowledge to the test.
Okay.
And that's basically what saved her life. She was on a military base in Alaska. I'm trying to remember where this base...
They allow bears on the military base?
It's a joint base, Elmendorf-Richardson in Anchorage.
Okay.
So it's in Alaska.
I know, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
There's no downtown Alaska. It's all Alaska.
It's in the middle of wildlife. They don't have it all fenced off. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, to make a long story short, she was battered around by this bear and so forth. She was jogging with her husband, and she sees a cub, sees another cub. No, the mom is around.
Yeah.
She tries to get in touch with her husband to come back, and he just doesn't return. Okay. And so the bear, beats her up a little bit, chews on her something, then lets her go.
Wow.
My question, and this is the question I posed the other day, if if she tastes bad enough that a bear won't eat her, maybe the husband's actions are a little bit more logical. I don't know. Bears usually don't spit you out. It's
My guess is
they're gonna
that-
eat you. They're gonna eat you. No, she was protecting her cubs, so
Yeah, she wasn't hungry at that moment, so she's not just. Bears aren't just there to kill people; they're there to kill something to eat. So, if she wasn't hungry at that moment, she wanted to get back to her cubs and make sure they were safe. So she taught her a lesson and moved on.
well, if she wasn't hungry at that particular moment, obviously it was a bear and not a growing boy. Because
No, I know.
They're
Yeah,
hungry at
ours
every
are-
moment, John.
Everybody's hungry every second
Yes.
of every day.
I look in the kitchen and if they ever make a refrigerator that has a little butt sticking out from the front of it, it will be like camouflage. It'll look just like our kitchen.
Just eating me out of house and home. I just can't even believe how much they eat. And they're skinny.
It's ridiculous.
And
Yeah.
they're skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, they're skinny.
Well, one only has one side. He's skinny.
He is so skinny. And he eats. It's not that he's not eating, for sure. But anyway, my question is now, I read up...
Whatever he's afflicted with, I want.
No, I know, really. Me too.
Yes.
I read up a little bit about this story, but I kind of just glazed over the story. I didn't read the whole thing, but I did.
You were
read-
glazing over earlier. It happens a lot now.
I read the comments, and somebody said that there were actually signs posting warning that there were bears in the area.
When they check on the base, when they're transferred to the base, they go through a
Why would the
series
husband leave her alone then?
He don't like bears.
He don't like her.
It's kind of suspicious, if you ask
I mean, my thought is if she would have had some meat with her, it probably would have been fine.
A whole cart full of meat.
She could
yes.
just run with a cart of meat.
That's
and
when you
when
need
the
a cart
bear
of meat right
came,
there, see?
she could just push the cart of meat.
So the guy in Seattle was hunting bear.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was
And
bait.
all
he was,
you
he was
need-
chumming the sidewalk for grizzly bear.
Run with a cart of meat. We should sell that, like on running trails,
cart of
like
meat.
before people the meat cart. Doc and Amy's meat cart, and you just push the meat cart. Or if you have like a kid you don't like or something like that, you can push them in a stroller. But that would distract the bear. Don't you think that would distract the bear? A cart of meat?
And if we're doing associated callbacks to earlier in the show, why don't we just say Doc and Amy's poop cart? Because that's mostly what this is. You can definitely donate to Doc and Amy's poop meat cart here. You can call us 856-227-1360 with something bizarre of your own.
And check out our website for the new Doc and Amy colostomy bag.
Yes, you can shop on our meat site and put it in your meat cart and then check out.
It's a musical colostomy bag. Whenever you do your business, it starts playing a little
George
tune.
Carlin did a bit on that. We can't.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God! I came up with something that
It was-
George Carlin came up with.
No, he came up with it and you copied it.
I didn't copy
it was-
anything. I didn't know that.
Jesus, who hits that note?
That's pretty exciting.
Good
because
God!
he's like
You
a
just broke my glasses.
He's a
with that.
comedic genius,
Unlike some people.
and
in
I
the
came
room.
up with the same idea as him.
Comedianic.
That's
No,
exciting.
it was the a combination colostomy bag and Walkman.
Oh,
Called
okay.
the Man. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. Oh, and speaking of music, I just wanted to. I found this interesting story.
Accidental segues. That's what
Yeah.
we're all about. Yes.
Yeah, I found this really cool list of. They did all of the songs, the Glee cover songs that they've done that were better than the original. So I'm going to read that.
Okay.
Here we go.
So these are all the Glee tunes that are
Yeah.
better than the
Here's a
original.
list of the Glee cover tunes that are better than the originals.
Ah.
There we go.
Every one of them.
Weren't they good?
Yes.
I agree. I totally agree with that list.
Well, that is some of my most noteworthy stand-up comedy.
Yeah, the crickets.
Encourages the same response.
I have I've never watched that show because I don't have a death wish. But I sincerely, and I really say this, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but if there is a soundtrack in hell, it would absolutely be Glee songs. It would just blast all the time. That and the Rosie O'Donnell Christmas album.
Yes.
Those two.
And they'd be DJ'd live by Honey Boo Boo.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, it would definitely be the Glee. I'm not a fan of musicals. I just want to punch everybody in them.
I love show tunes.
I just can't.
Speaking of Nothing in particular. This is another story from Philadelphia, so it's kind of caught my eye.
Okay.
Apparently, the Associated Press keeps their heads right up above the wall and keeps track of everything going on in Philadelphia, because I found a lot of stuff. But a Pennsylvania man has been charged with stealing more than $350,000 worth of human skin over a period of...
God. Ew.
I get that a lot, too.
Oh.
No, well, it's the only way it keeps. 54-year-old Gary Dudek of Wallingford was arrested Monday and charged with theft, receiving stolen property, and tampering with records. Now, there's a kind of a conflict of wording in this story I don't quite get, but authorities say that he worked until September as a sales representative for a Massachusetts-based regenerative medicine firm and had the authority to order skin grafts for Mercy Philadelphia Hospital. The Philadelphia Daily News reports that authorities allege that Dudek ordered more than 200 grafts without authorization that the hospital never received. Each cost $1,700. Okay? Philadelphia police say they don't know what happened to the grafts. So, I don't know.
Hey, Dudek, man, give me some skin.
Guy's pushing a skin cart down the street.
Skin cart. So was he eating them?
That, or he was, I don't know, maybe he was making luggage. I don't know.
Oh, my God. That is so disgusting.
Or maybe he was doing, reconstructive surgery, right behind Moyles somewhere.
Ugh. Making skin puppets.
That sounds delightful.
Like those, it's one of the satellite dish companies.
Yeah, with the
marionettes. Puppets on the marionettes on the commercial. Do you think I'm sexy? And her arms are flying all over she's whacking herself in the face. Those are actually really good. But you know what's really
actually, she kind of turns you on.
Oh, yeah, she's real sexy. She's very limber. But anyway.
Well, there you go.
But
we have a winner. No more calls.
The commercial's awesome, but I have no idea who it's for. I can't remember, so obviously it didn't do a good job.
I don't know. It's maybe for that company that starts with a V, perhaps. It's wireless. You can put your TV anywhere, and you don't have wires hanging all over.
No, I thought it was one of the satellite things.
I don't know.
I have a story.
I think she's hot, really.
Yeah, that's great. I have a story from nearby, not Philadelphia, but from Washington.
All right.
Apparently, Jay Carney stepped down as the White House press secretary. Obama stated that he was asked to step down because there are enough Carneys in Congress. We don't need them in the White House. I mean, have you seen Michelle Bachmann's beard?
Have you seen Michelle Obama's?
No.
Oh.
Bye-bye, Carney. No more Carneys in the White House.
Well, he was just a sideshow.
They do have poop carts, though.
They do. Yes. Overflowing. Yes. And that's what the press,
it's all the
passes
executive
along
orders.
every day. Yes. The press gives us a daily dose of the cart of poop. I hope next week's show rises above this. I really do.
What's funny is that you don't like those kinds of jokes.
I'm not a big fan of poop. Who is? Well, I don't want to know. Don't call. No, you can. We do have some time left. You could call. I don't, for whatever reason, to basically tell us to shut up, I suppose. 856-227-1360. Now, do we I know this is totally unprofessional. Did you prepare a package for closing the show today?
I didn't.
Yes,
I will. I will.
I just wanted to, bring that to your attention. I'm hearing noises in my headphones. What are you playing?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
She's trying to start her own radio show over there. She's seceding from the show.
I'm not. I'm totally not. I actually have a couple. I thought these were pretty funny.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
What?
I'm introducing them. Bear with me here. They are bizarre church laws.
Okay.
Okay. And that was a little bit of
church laws.
Yeah. It was a little bit of church music, sort of like church music.
Like Billy Joel church music. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So Billy Joel, that wasn't Billy Joel.
It just sounded like a little spasm of the piano, man. It was only 3 notes, 3 chords. So
well, because you got all crazy on me and you wouldn't let me finish it. But anyway, here we go.
All right.
We have some bizarre church laws, and after this, we're probably going to be signing off with Todd Chappelle's Full of Bees.
Oh, okay.
So, the first one is in Alabama, and it's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. So Rosie O'Donnell has stopped going to church in
Because she
Alabama.
can't get that thing off.
No, she can't. Exactly. So in Rehoboth, in Delaware, it is illegal to whisper in church.
Oh, I'll bet they have a packed house.
They have to scream. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, they can't whisper. Praise the Lord. That would be like creepy. Like, I see dead people. Can you imagine if people were in church were like, praise the Lord? I see ghosts. Quietly praise the Lord. Really, really quietly.
Well, you're not supposed to, if you're praying, you're not supposed to do it at the top of your lungs. You bother people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Apparently in Maine, shotguns must be taken to church in the event of a Native American attack. Okay, because all those Native Americans that have been attacking us.
Circle the pews.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Boston, it's against the law to eat peanuts while in church.
Okay.
Which I don't. Apparently, somebody was making.
So these
a
are
mess.
current rules.
They are,
and they're laws. They're actual legislated pieces of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Omaha, it's illegal to sneeze or burp during a church service.
Okay.
In New York City, it's illegal to have a poop cart in church.
I'm sorry?
You can't have a poop cart in church in New York City.
Or a meat cart. Yeah.
In North Carolina, you are not allowed to get frisky with your significant other in a churchyard, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Isn't that delightful?
I can kind of see
Very
the point.
romantic. It's kind of weird.
I can get behind that.
Now, this one is really weird. It's against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license. So I say 160, 161, whatever it takes.
Yes.
If I have to measure.
That's what is that? In case there's life after death, we don't know who's coming back.
Why? I do not understand. Why would they want houseflies around? Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
I mean, some of them they're weird, but I can understand the point. But now the next one is in Texas. It's illegal to go to church in disguise. That makes sense. No, because I'm guessing somebody came into a church in a disguise and started beating people up or shooting them or something. So that's what I'm guessing. That's why.
I'm sorry, boy. You got to take them Jesus shoes off at the door.
West Virginia, in Nicholas County, no clergy members may tell jokes or humorous stories from the pulpit during a church service. You would be perfect for that, then.
I used to actually in the past of this life actually did quite a few services where I was behind the pulpit and expounded upon things spiritual, and I quite a bit of humor contained in that. People seem to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And they occasionally elbow the person next to them, wake them up so that they can enjoy it.
Oh God. Well, I had a great show. I mean, we talked about meat carts and
that's one of us.
Keeping service dogs and.
Well,
we gave people tips for evading bears. It doesn't get better than that.
This is what we do. There's no limit to the good information that could come out.
We're here to help you people.
Exactly.
Just take it for all it's worth.
Just back-to-back PSAs for folks.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're all about here. The Doc and Amy Show.
Yes.
And it's free.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get better than that.
Yes. We'll hope next week it does. And in the meantime, you can reach us. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show. You can visit our site, www.thedocandamyshow.com. Right there, if you have the Google Internet thing.
Google.
You can email us docandamy@gmail.com. And that's about it.
That's about it.
You send us cards and letters and things like that, of course. Care about WNJC 1360. That's where we're at right now. Proud to be broadcasting. It's a fine station. We are going to send you off today with a friend of the show, Todd Chappelle. There's quite a number of things that we'd love to play. And Amy, you want to sign us out with that?
Todd Chappelle, Full of Bees.
Full of Bees.
when I find myself in Delaware. A state policeman comes to me saying, roll up all your windows, 'cause there's bees. And when I'm stuck in traffic and there's lots of cars in front of me, my EpiPen is ready for the bees. Full of bees, full of bees, Delaware is full of bees. And I played this song in the key of B.
This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia.